up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we have a lot of news to talk about, so let's jump right into it. So the Victim Esports situation, after they announced the departure of their MLBB players, they actually announced the end of the team. They released all of their staff members, their talent, which is a shocking news for the ML community. Ahmad Boba posted that two of former Victim Esports player is currently playing for PUBG Esports, Speechless and Zinting. PUBG Esports qualified for MDL Season 4, is now currently playing in a tournament. GitFamID players is in it as well, but in a different team. PUBG Esports did win their first match, so looking good for them. I don't know whether Speechless and Zinting will be permanently at PUBG Esports or just borrow them for this tournament only. So still no updates on the rest of the players. Victim Esports did posted this on their IG page. Something new is coming in 2022. Well, maybe a rebranding, a new name, a new logo. So we will see in 2022. Piala President 2021, we will see the last fight for MPLID teams for this year at Piala President 2021. All MPLID Season 8 teams will be in it. They will go through a close qualifier playoff. Top 3 teams will move on to the group stage of Piala President 2021. The playoff will be on the 19 until 21st of November. Quarterfinals and semi-finals will be best of 3. The third place match and the grand finals will be best of 5. So we might not see all MPL's player play. Some teams might combine roster with their MDL roster, like for RRQ and Onyx Indonesia. Since they are focusing on M3, their MDL teams might replace them. So I don't know when is the main group stage. I do believe that it's going to be offline in Bali, Indonesia. So good luck to the teams. Also in the news, Lexia, Zaraki, Loliels, Kaiser and Rush will not continue their contract at RSGMY. I don't know where are they going to move. The rest of the players will stay at RSGMY and probably they will have to find new players and coach for MPL Malaysia Season 9. Lexia, Zaraki, Kaiser and Rush used to be in the same team together under Team Bosku back in MPL Malaysia Singapore Season 5. Lexia, Kaiser and Zaraki did play together representing Malaysia at SEA Games 2019. Don't know where are they going. Maybe a new team want them, teams outside of MPL, or they will create their own team. Who knows? So Lexia, Zaraki, Kaiser, Loliels and Rush will have to go through to the qualifiers if they want to join MPL Malaysia Season 9, since RSGMY will and still get the direct invite for MPL Malaysia Season 9. So yeah, good luck to all of them. So GitFamID posted an open recruitment. Their requirement are minimum rank Mythical Glory 3,500 points and the win rate for the rank minimum is 70%. So yeah, GitFamID really want to go to the playoff. Also in the news, Doyo might move to GPX. Former Gemflix Arrowwolf player posted on his IG story of him and Doyok spotted wearing GPX jersey. Well, it's kind of weird because Doyok just officially announced by GitFamID as a talent. So I don't know if he's going to join GPX or GitFamID. But I do think that he still wants to be a pro player. So yeah, we just have to wait and see. Well, in the last video, I talked about Z4PNU might create his own team, Z4 Esports. Z4PNU did update about it. Z4PNU said he's looking forward to purchasing a franchise slot for the upcoming MPLPH Season 9. Z4PNU said this on his vlog. For now, it's still uncertain if Z4 Esports will debut because there are still no updates from Moonton if the next season will be an 8 teams or 10 teams franchise. If 10 teams, will definitely grab a franchise. So he also said that the franchise league, the slot at MPLPH Season 9 is around 50 million pesos, which is around 1 million USD. Also in the news, I also talk about Omega Esports wanted to find a new goal laner. Well, Z4PNU did mention that Omega is currently in talks to acquire NXPE Renegade. He said that Omega lineup should be finalized before the end of the year. After TNC released 3 of their players, P-God, Light and I'm Bad EJ, TNC released their coach, Leaf. So yeah, TNC is doing a massive roster change. They gonna make sure that TNC will go to the playoff for MPLPH Season 9. Alright, we got an update on the Akatsuki situation. So the leader of Akatsuki, Yons, uploaded a video on his Facebook page. In that video, he explained what happened, why they didn't get to play in M3 in detail. So after Akatsuki won the M3 Arabia Major, the organizer contacted them and put Akatsuki members in a group chat and asked Akatsuki members for some papers such as passport, COVID-19 certificate, they asked for their names and age, etc. And the organizer gave them 3 days for Akatsuki members to provide the passport and COVID-19 certificate. 3 days, that is insane. So if they don't have a passport, you can't go and make a passport in 3 days. Like, I don't know which country can do that. Vaccination, if you don't have the first dose, then you have to get the first dose. You have to wait a few days or weeks or months to get the second dose. It is insane. They only give them 3 days. So Akatsuki members explained to the organizer that they need at least 7 to 10 days to get the information, the papers, to get ready. As in Egypt, it's not that easy to get the things that they need. I mean, in any country, to get a passport in 3 days. Okay, maybe some countries, but still, it's a lot of pressure in such a little time. Yons, the captain of Akatsuki, said that 2 of their 6 players in Akatsuki ready to submit, and the rest is not ready to submit their papers, their COVID-19 certificate or passport. The last day to submit the papers, the 3rd day, 3 of their players are ready, but the organizer did not respond to them. The organizer didn't try at all to help them. So after the 3 days, Akatsuki members were trying to fill out their data and they locked the website. So after that, the organizer told them that they couldn't join M3 because they did not provide all the data that they want in time. So Yon said no problem. So Akatsuki members asked that if they could switch players who are unable to travel to M3 with another player out of the squad, and the organizer said no. The organizer said the members who joined the qualifier tournament only who allowed to go to M3. So the players that join M3 Arabia Major are allowed to go to M3. Players that did not join the M3 Arabia Major could not join or switch with other teams and go to M3. So Akatsuki members accept the decision and they said okay. So after Moonton announced the M3 teams, GX Squad, the 3rd place team in M3 Arabia Major, will replace Akatsuki at M3. But if you look closely, 5 players of GX Squad have replaced. They are not in the M3 Arabia Major. None of the name that GX Squad M3 Arabia Major match with GX Squad that announced for M3. I don't know if the player changed their name. So this is unfair for Akatsuki squad. They couldn't change their players at all, but GX squad can change 5 members, and the 5 members didn't play at all in M3 Arabia Major. They didn't play in a group stage, they didn't play in a playoff, they didn't play at all. So I don't know if GX squad original is in it, maybe one or maybe none. So GX squad just let them use their name and logo. A lot of you guys say that the reason Akatsuki couldn't join is that one of their players is under 18 and their logo is copyrighted. So Yons did say that one of their players is under 18, Maru. So he couldn't join M3. But based on M3 Arabia Major rulebook, to play at M3 Arabia Major, players must reach the age of 16 years old at the time of the official start of the tournament. So I don't think going to M3 need to be 18 plus, since the qualifier said that you need to be 16 to be in the M3 Arabia Major. Okay, maybe their country wouldn't allow 16 years old to go out of the country, or it's hard to get the right document to fly out of the country if you are a 16 years old at Egypt. So if Maru is under 16, then it's Akatsuki fault for joining the M3 Arabia Major underage. Okay, so the copyrighted thing, the copyrighted logo. The logo that Akatsuki use right now is copyrighted because the logo is from the anime series called Naruto. The red cloud is from Naruto, and the name Akatsuki is also from Naruto. So if they go to M3, they might get copyrighted. And yeah, Yons did say that they will change the logo if Moonton asks them. If Moonton said that they need to change their logo because it's copyrighted, Yons will do it. And based on M3 Arabia Major rulebook, the organizer reserved the right to prevent participants from entering the tournament if their game name or team name is copyrighted of a third party, similar or identical name to other team or tournament. So the organizer should warn Akatsuki to change their name before the tournaments even start. So right now Akatsuki will not go to M3. Nothing that Akatsuki can do. They can just, complain and, talk about it. Moonton need to explain on their side. From Yon's side, it is clearly that it's Moonton's fault or the organizer. I hope that Akatsuki gets the prize pool for winning the M3 Arabia Major and they can move on from this. Yes, I understand that Yons is very, very upset right now. He's been talking about it since, yesterday on his live stream. He couldn't move on. For me, I also will react like that if my team gets scammed by Moonton or the organizer like this. But they can focus on MPL Mina next if they want to join. And yeah, so that's all from me. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Stay safe.